Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Robin coming at you. And this video, oh my god, I'm kind of not wanting to film this video, but I have to because I have to get it off my chest. And a lot of you guys actually really enjoy my story times, so here we go. I said I would do this when I got home on my Twitter. I'm home now. But before I start, I want you guys to see someone. Bella. Bella. You dead? No, she's breathing. But that is my new puppy, Bella. I don't know if you guys follow me on Snapchat or Twitter, and hello, my camera's deciding to fall. I had a dog named Scamp, and he was just rambunctious and horrible, and gosh. And then my sister started taking care of Bella. She's a sweetheart. She's finally getting used to me because she's kind of timid, but she's gotten used to me within the span of 12 hours, so that's really good. But yeah, she's such a sweetheart, and she is half lab, half husky if anyone is asking. But let's get on with the actual video. So, as some of you may or may not know, I went to Colorado this past month, hence the reason why there was a little bit of inactivity in my channel, or on my channel, in my channel. Wow, Robin, how tired are you on a scale of 1 to 1,000? Okay, so I was kind of inactive on my channel for the past month, and that was because I was in Colorado. One being, the internet there is not the best. Not saying that my internet is great, but it's not the best. Two being, I also work up there, and I work on a ranch. And yeah. Okay. Let me give you guys a little bit of a backstory. I have been working on this ranch since I was 10. I didn't get paid like money until I was 12, but I got paid by free trailback rides, or trail rides, which is where you take a horse. For those of you who are from Colorado or Texas and know this, you take a horse and you ride it up the mountain and down the mountain. And you ride the horse. That's what it is, a trail ride. And I got paid by those until I was 12, and then I started actually getting paid money. So I've been doing this, excluding last year because I didn't go last year, 7 years. This was my 7th year doing this. I'm used to it. I know what the heck I'm doing, so on and so forth. I go back to work. Like, I come back and like my boss is very excited to see me, my coworkers are very excited to see me, my other coworkers just kind of like, And then there's this girl. I'm gonna name her Kay. She, oh my lord. Okay, she is 15 years old, so that means like she's like a sophomore. She's going into sophomore year in high school. She is from the city that I stayed in, which isn't really a city, it's like a little town. She's from there. And she was homeschooled pretty much, and she kept talking about how she's moving to the bigger city, which is like a good hour drive, and how she's finally going to a public school and stuff like that. And I'm like, now thinking about it, I'm like, you're gonna get your ass beat, but I digress. Continuing on, I meet this girl Kay, and she seems like a sweet girl. Until I start hearing some things from other coworkers and my bosses. Oh jeez. My boss, my main boss, her family owns the ranch. It's a family-owned ranch. And it's not that good. Like, everything she told me about Kay. So, moral to the story, Kay is not the best worker. Apparently she started last year. And I'm like, okay, so she's experienced this before, you know, I probably won't have any trouble with her. Man, was I fucking wrong. I was wrong, y'all. Wrong. So, let's see. Where do I start? Let's start with the beginning. So I meet her on the first day. I'm like, oh, hey, you know. She goes, oh, yeah, call me Kay or whatever. Instead of calling her, like, real name. Which is not her name. Her name is not Kay. But, you know, I digress. So she's like, call me this and all that stuff. So I did. And I introduced myself like, oh, hello, my name is Robin and stuff like that. You know, I'm very patient with people most of the time. unless it's my family, because then my family just gets on my nerves all the time. But I'm very patient with meeting new people, you know, I'm very patient, especially if they're younger than me. She's 15, I'm 18, turning 19 this year. I think she just turned 15. So, I'm very patient with people that I just met, especially if they're younger than me. And if it takes me 3 days to realize I hate your guts, that says something. Because, Lord, this girl, no, was not my cup of tea. So, moral to the story, when I came back, I'm getting back into the swing of things, you know, getting back into doing what I used to do before I left and didn't come last year. And she kind of started bossing me around. And you know, the first day, I mean, makes sense because, you know, I'm just getting back into the swing of things. Second day, she did more of it. Third day, she did even more of it. And it was setting me off because, you know, if I've been doing this for 7+ years, you don't need to boss me around on what I'm doing because I already know what I'm doing. You know, it's kind of like with K-pop, like, people are like, do you really know this? I'm like, I've been in K-pop for 10+ years. I mean, yes, I know it. But she starts bossing me around. And I'm just kind of like, okay, first of all, you're younger than me. Second of all, you haven't worked here as long as I have. And then I was like, third of all, you're younger than me. You know? So I'm like thinking to myself, like, what do I do? I ended up telling my really good coworker, who's practically my like best friend when I'm up there. I was like, yo, I'm gonna end up telling Kay off if she doesn't stop bossing me around. And she told me that she and my boss think that I should tell her off because they don't like that she's bossing me around because I've been working there for 7 years. And they're just like, do it. Do it. So I was like, okay. Another thing about Kay is that she was a half-ass. Now, if you guys don't know what half-ass is, it's like whenever you start working and you half do your job. That's what a half-ass is. So like we would clean pins and she would do a pin by herself and there'd still be stuff all over the place. Like, yes, I realize you can't get everything, but she left all the like big huge things and I'm just kind of like, really? You know, she forgot everything. She forgot to turn off the water one day, so our whole corral got muddy. Is just horrible. Last thing about Kay that you guys need to know is that she complains a lot. Now I realize that everyone has injuries and some people's pain tolerances are different. Whereas with me, I have the lowest pain tolerance probably in the world because like I cannot do pain. No. Lord, no. Even if I just barely pinch myself. Nope. Can't do it. So she complains about everything. She would complain about her ankle being hurt, she would complain about her back being hurt, so on and so forth. Just complain about everything. And I'm over here like, I have a back injury too and you hardly ever hear me complain about it. I also have a hay allergy, so I couldn't like feed the horses hay even though I ended up giving up and like fell through and was like, I need to do my job and I'm not gonna let my allergy stop me. But I also had a hay allergy, so when she was around, I never really gave the horses hay because that's when my hay allergy was the worst. Yeah, but I never complained about my hay allergy. I'd always ask like my boss to be like, hey, do we have any cream so I can put this on and like put it on because my allergy, you know, I never really complained about it. Oh my gosh. So I believe it was on a Thursday. 4 days, like 4 days after meeting this girl, because I started work on Monday, so it's been 4 days. Whereas the 4th day I've been with this girl. My coworker, my best friend coworker, I'm just gonna call her Mary. It works. Mary, she takes me and Kay to go eat, and she was gonna come with us, but she had to go do something with her mom. So it was just me and Kay. This is what pisses me off. I think some of you may have seen it on Twitter if you follow me. We walked into the restaurant because you walk in, order, and pay right then and there, and then they bring it out to you, the food out to you. We walk in. I have the money for both of us. She orders and leaves. I order and pay, and I go and sit down. She told me that she's just gonna go across the street and talk to her mom and dad for like 2 minutes. Ended up being like 15. So I go and sit down, literally looking pathetic as hell in that little restaurant, and I'm just like, you're kidding me. About 2 minutes before they bring out the food to us, she goes back. They bring us the food. We hardly ever talked because I was in the pissed off mood, and she could probably tell by my face because I was pissed. And then after she finished, because she ate real fast, after she finished, she left again. And I'm just like, you're kidding me. I ended up texting my boss because I was so pissed. I'm like, so Kay just ditched me at lunch, and she was like, you're kidding, like she texted me, you're kidding. And I was like, no, I'm being serious. So Kay ends up texting Mary while she left the first time, oh, I left that girl sitting there. That girl, sweetheart, I'm sorry to tell you, but it's really hard to forget my name. It's really hard. I'm named after a freaking bird. I'm named after a restaurant. I'm named after a fictional character who could be real. You know, it's not hard.
It's not hard
to remember my name. It's not hard. It shouldn't be that hard to forget my name. So, she says, that girl. I'm already heated. And Mary ends up texting Kay back saying, you need to get your ass back over there. I can't believe you did that, blah, blah, blah. So that's why she came back. Then she left again. I ended up, after I finished eating, I ended up calling my dad. And I was like, Dad, can you come get me? I just got ditched at lunch. You know, I was like pissed, crying. Because when I get really pissed and stressed out, I start crying. Because I don't know what else to do with my emotions. I just start crying. So I'm like calling my dad, crying like, I just got ditched at lunch. And he was, well, it's going to be like 5-10 minutes because I just made my lunch. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I was just sitting outside in the rain, right? It starts raining and I'm just sitting out in the rain because I didn't want to sit in the restaurant by myself. So I was like, I'll just sit in the rain. Right after I got off the phone with my dad, Kay comes by and she goes, oh hey, our uncle can take us, or my uncle can take us back to the ranch. And I was like, okay, because my plan was just to get back to the ranch. I just wanted to get back. So she's like, my uncle can take us back to the ranch. And I was like, okay. So I get in the freaking Jeep with her and her uncle, sitting in the back. Her uncle is talking to me about tech because I'm now going to tech, and he was asking me questions about it and so on and so forth. Meanwhile, Kay gets a call, and it ends up being Mary. And Mary ends up just cussing her out because she cannot believe that she just did what she did to me at lunch. So Mary ends up calling Kay and just cusses her out. And, you know, I kind of heard a little bit. She was just kind of blabbling. Like, no, I was really sick and blah, blah, blah. You didn't tell me that. No, honey, you just said that you needed to talk to your parents for a few minutes. Don't even go there. So we get back and we unsaddle the horses because we didn't have an afternoon ride because we have 2 rides, a morning and an afternoon. So we start unsaddling the horses. I swear to you, we had like 12, 13 horses. I literally did more than half of unsaddling, and she was just kind of like, like, you know, being a dumbass. So I'm unsaddling the horses, right? And it's raining. Let me remind you, it's still raining. And she's over here worried about me because I'm just wearing a short sleeve shirt. And you know, I don't really get cold that quickly, except in Colorado whenever it rains. But that rain wasn't really that cold. So I was like fine with it, and it wasn't raining that hard either. So she's worrying about me while I'm trying to freaking do my job. She's like, are you sure, like, do you want a jacket? And I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, seriously, I'm fine. And she kept going, are you sure you don't want a jacket? Like, she kept asking me, do I want a jacket? Eventually, I just popped off, I don't need a jacket. I'm not the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm not gonna melt in the rain, you know? And she responds back, oh, well, I'm just really concerned about your health. I'm like, don't worry, I know how my body works. I'm old enough to know how it works, you know? And she just kind of like looked at me and was like, okay. So all of that happens, right? And I'm unsaddling. Eventually it stops raining. We let all the horses in the corral and stuff like that. We have a lot of chores, which is called barn chores, that we have to do while the horses are going on the morning ride and right after we unsaddle and stuff like that. We have certain sets of chores that we have to do. We let the last horse go into the corral and stuff like that, and we're hanging halters. I go around and get the, like, whatever, pooper scooper, there we go, that works. I go and get that to go clean up all the hay and everything that's like messy over where the horses were standing. She gets a text from my boss's mom, and I later find out it was actually my boss using her mom's phone, texting her, hey, you can have the rest of the day off. We have nothing else for you to do, you can have the rest of the day off. She then tells me, well, right before I go and get the scooper, she tells me, my boss's mom texted me saying that we can have the rest of the day off. We, as in the two of us, plural, not singular, plural. And I just kind of looked at her and I was like, there's no way she would give me the rest of the day off, because I know that my boss's mom always has something for me to do. So I just kind of looked at her. I was like, okay, you know, like whatever, you know. So I still didn't, like, I didn't leave or anything because I knew that that was not true for me. So right as I get the paper scooper to start doing what we're supposed to do, because we have two of those, she can be doing it too, I see her freaking walk off and leave while I'm doing the rest of the barn chores. I'm just like, I'm standing there like this, like, you're kidding me. Like, I was infuriated. This is what made me hate this girl. She didn't even bother helping me do the rest of the barn chores. Didn't even bother. And I'm literally standing there like this, like, you're kidding me, you know? So I see her walk off and all this shit, and I'm like, you're kidding. So that's what made me want to go off on this girl. Oh man, I went off. So the next day, I remember this clearly because that was the day ticket sales happened for KPOP, and I was stressed as fuck that day. But I ended up telling Kay off. I kind of grabbed her aside. I was like, hey Kay, can I talk to you about something? She goes, yeah, sure. And I pulled her off to the side to where I know like no one can hear us. And I just kind of like looked at her and I was like, okay, I'll be honest with you. I'm a really honest person and I say what's on my mind. And then I just kind of went, I wouldn't say went off, but I like told her how I felt about her. And you know, I said, okay, first of all, I don't appreciate that you're bossing me around, because I have been working here since I was 10. I've been working here for 6. This is my 7th year working here. I don't like that you're bossing me around. I already know what the fuck I'm doing. Second of all, I don't like that you're being a half-ass, because it's literally putting a bad name to me, Mary, and this other coworker of ours. It's giving us a bad name. And if that was me, Mary, or that other coworker, our asses would have been gone a long ass time ago, so you should be happy that your ass is still here. Third of all, I don't like that you complain all the time. Everyone else here has an injury somehow, some way. And you don't hear us complaining about it at all. So you should really shut up about your complaints, because we don't want to hear it. And then that was it. So then I started walking away because I said what I had to say. And then she goes, can I say something? And I was like, go for it. Because honestly, I could care less about what she thinks about me, because the whole family that owns the business and my coworkers, they all love me. So I could care less about what she thinks about me. She goes off on me saying, well, I don't appreciate that you're such a bitch. And my face went, excuse me? Like, she said, I don't appreciate that you're such a bitch. And I was like, excuse me, hunty, you have not seen Bitch Robin yet. My whole family can clarify for that. This girl has not seen Bitch Robin yet. You don't want to. No, never want to see that. So she says, I don't appreciate that you're being such a bitch. I have a really good relationship with our boss. I wanted to laugh so hard because my boss actually really hated her guts. I have a really good relationship with my boss. Sorry that I'm always injured and blah 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 blah. So you can just fuck off. And I looked at her like, okay. She starts walking off. Like, bye Felicia. Right before she left, I said, oh yeah, thanks for ditching me yesterday. And she yells back, I was told I can leave. And then my instant reaction was, at lunch you nitwit. You know, because I was pissed off about that. So then I go to build the water trough for the horses because it was low. And then Mary calls me over because she doesn't want us to be fighting at work. She calls me over and was like, okay, you guys need to say sorry to each other, blah, 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 blah. She says, sorry I'm so bossy. And like, she didn't like mean her apology. She was like, sorry I'm so bossy, or whatever. So then my instant reaction was, sorry I'm such a bitch. Robin being savage. But yeah, I was like, sorry I'm such a bitch, you know? Kind of did that. And like, I looked over at Mary's face and Mary's just like, she was in shock. She was like, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know. And then obviously later on I told my boss and Mary about what happened, and later I ended up telling my other coworker. happened, and they're just like, you're kidding me. Ever since that happened, Kay has not spoken to me. So I'm just like, okay, that's fine by me. I don't have to hear your trashiness, whatever, because you just belong in the garbage. So I love this. Okay, so then the next Monday rolls around, right? She helps us in the morning and stuff like that. Still doesn't talk to me. Fine by me. Could care less. You know? She then gets the rest of the day off because usually they gave her half days because they knew that she wouldn't do what she was supposed to do. Gave her the rest of the day off. And then about 4 o'clock, because I get off at like 5:30. At about 4 o'clock, my boss comes up to me and I'm the first person she tells. She goes, "You'll never guess what happened." I was like, "What?" She says, "Kay quit." And I was like, my face went, what? So my face went, what? And she goes, "Yeah, Kay quit." And I was like, ooh, I gotta see this, like, I gotta see this, like, hold on. This girl is so immature. She didn't bother to call, she didn't bother to do it in person, she texted and quit. Shows you what a mind of a 15-year-old girl goes through. So, she texted my boss and said, what did she say? I read it. She said, "I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to quit this job. I can't deal with that girl. She starts drama and says lies about me." Hunty, there's no need to start drama. There's no need to start lies about you because you was just trash all over. Like, you belong in the dumpster. You belong in the, like, what's it called? The dump. That's what it's called. You belong in the dump. There's no need for me to start all this shit about you because honestly, 1, I could care less. 2, why would I? 3, you just belong in the trash, so, you know, bye. So... and the fact that she still said that girl, I looked at my boss and I was like, she still can't remember my name. How can you not remember my name? I'm named after a bird, a restaurant, and a fictional but real character. You know, so I'm just kind of like, what if? And after everyone found out that she quit, everyone just kind of thanked me for it because they've been wanting to fire her, but they didn't know how. So they were just like, they all just kind of looked at me and they were like, "Thank you." And I was like, no problem. That's what I'm here for. Not really. But yeah. And then about a week before I left, they had her last check because she did end up quitting, so she still got a check. And my boss told me, "Robin, you should take this to her." And I was like, okay. So like I grabbed like one of the like Jeeps that we have at the ranch, take it to her because now she's then started working at the mini golf course and the restaurant that she ditched me at. So I took it and she ends up being at the golf course with a freaking boy toy because she claims that she's been with so many boys and blah 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 blah. I'm like, you're like 15 years old. And I've only been with 3 and I'm 18. So whatever. And like apparently she's like been doing the bang bang with them and I'm just like, that is saved for whenever Robin is 24. So oh wow. So I drive up to the mini golf place and I see her all over this boy toy of hers and I'm just like, yeah. I walk up to her and I'm like, "Oh, our boss wanted me to drop off your check." She goes, "Oh, thank you." And I was like, "You're welcome." I cannot express how great that was. And when we told Mary, she was hollering. She was like, "I can't believe you took her check." And I was like, well, I did. So yeah, that was my story about work and how this girl hated me for literally no reason. She didn't even know the full me. And the fact that she called me a bitch, Hunty, you have not seen bitch Robin. Only my family and like this girl I absolutely hated through high school have seen bitch Robin. Don't even go there, Hunty. But yeah, that was the story about my work. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have you guys ever experienced someone like that? Whether it being at work, or a friend, or an ex-friend, or just anyone in general, put it down in the comments below. I want to see if you guys have experienced the same thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Comment number 1 today. Be sure to follow me on social media, and I'll see you all in the next video. Annyeong!
밖에 더 좋지 더 부드럽게 매력 펼치지